Good afternoon, I'm Jeff. I'm a Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 12402 Southeast Alchar Drive here in Milwaukee. We're located underneath the underneath the stairs here down in the basement. We have a 4-inch cast iron cleanout as our point of access. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We currently have water running. We'll probably tie in up ahead here, and we'll zero out the camera length counter right here at the base of the cleanout. Here we go. Now we've gone past about 3 or 4 different. It almost looked like cloth rags that made it down the line. That or they're a big bunch of paper towels. I'm not sure which, but I do recommend the line be jetted to remove that. And then right here we have a root intrusion coming through at 67 feet at the transition from cast iron to 6-inch concrete. Those look like they're pretty much isolated to that first about 2-3 feet of the concrete pipe there. And then right here at 74 feet we have reached the terminus of the line. I'm going to go do locates to verify where the line terminates at, and I'll also let the line drain out here completely so we have a good look at everything on the way back. At this point, mostly I'm just concerned about the root intrusions. I will get those marked for repair. This is one of those lines where you have the option of likely doing a pipeline on it because the concrete pipe itself that the roots are coming through has a good flow to it. It hasn't settled or withstanding water or anything like that. So that's the repair route I would look into. Those would be doing a trenchless liner. I located the camera head successfully at the main lateral on Alchar Drive. It looks like someone has already painted this. There's paint markings going across the ground out there, getting the line at 5 feet deep right at the main. And it looks like I think all these roots are pretty much originating from just about one joint right here, as best I can tell. Here at 67 feet. Anyway, the markings that are in the roadway, I haven't located this spot yet. That part of it I'm not as concerned about, just because there's not roots in it at this point. But a lot of times when you, especially if you do like a trenchless liner or something, there's no reason to not just line the whole section. You absolutely should, just to fully update it. And if this right here is under concrete as well, then obviously if you're going to punch a hole into the ground to get to this point, or especially with your asphalt, you might as well do the whole section. So we'll kind of see here, but just know that those paint markings out there, at least the T at the main and everything, those aren't my markings, but I kind of think that this portion may also be under street here, so it makes sense to do the whole section. And I have put a white X marking right here where it starts. This does start about 6 inches or so out into the roadway, so for that reason I do recommend a full update to this concrete section. And like I said, as long as there's no issues getting a liner down this pipe for whatever reason, that's definitely how I'd do it, so you don't have to tear up the roadway. You could also look into or contact the city. It's possible this may be their responsibility here to deal with. Either way, I'd recommend it be corrected there. If you do the liner route, you usually have to drain clean the line, get all the roots out of there, and then put the liner in after it. But that's definitely underneath the roadway there, so if you do dig, don't just spot repair it, just do the whole section. You're going to probably dig up most of the line getting to just the spot repair portion of it anyway. And then we've got these things in the line here. There's 5 or 6 spots where we've got some pretty thick buildup. I can't tell if it's just grease and paper towels or what it is, but they're pretty thick. There's inch thick in some spots. We're just about to reel the camera out of the line. Once again, we have a root intrusion at 67 feet, which is under the roadway. It's mapped out there. The whole concrete section is. It's a pretty short little spot. Extends from 67 feet to 74 feet. It's only about a 7-8 foot section of pipe there to deal with. So for that reason, because it is under the concrete, whether you dig the line up or do a trenchless liner on it, I would fully update the concrete section, not just spot repair it. When you're going through the effort to get down to it under the roadway like that, there's no reason to leave any old pipe in the ground at that point. So I'd fully update that section there from 67 feet to 74 feet. That is mapped out with white paint out in the roadway. The repair starts at the white X, ends at the T, and it's 5 feet deep there. And I recommend a re-scope after the repair work is done to ensure it's been done correctly. And then contact the city. It's possible out in the roadway there that may be the city's responsibility, so that's worth looking into as well. Then I would recommend a hydrojet, especially if you go a trenchless repair route. In total, there's only about 3 of those spots there. They're fairly thick where we've got some, it looks like paper towels or something that's built up in the line. I recommend jetting those out of there just because they can really add to a clog occurring. If someone flushes a big wad of toilet paper or something down the line, it's a spot where they can stick pretty easily. So recommend jetting the line there, and that will also take care of the roots there temporarily if you do the liner. And I would definitely look into that. It usually, especially when a line's under concrete or asphalt, often saves about 30% or more in repair costs. Aside from that, the cast iron pipe that we scoped there is all in good condition, has good flow, and is functioning properly at this time.